What kind of water heater is it?
A cheap under-the-counter one.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Are you in a spot that you like?
No. I was trying to get a nice, like, cinematic
Oh,
shot.
you're gonna sit on a screw. That looked like it hurt. Can you get it now? Just tell me when you're ready.
Yep.
Otherwise I'm gonna sit in the dirt for a while. This is where our water heater lives. It holds 4 gallons of water, and Philip hooked it in very nicely. And I'm hoping that we don't have the same issues that we had with our previous water heater, because it refused to stop leaking. So at least it's more accessible here, and Philip doesn't have to crawl in and out of the cockpit lockers every time he needs to work on it. So takes up a little bit of storage space, but should be fine. In true Philip and Heather fashion, we are redoing all of the plumbing on the boat in addition to everything else that's getting redone. We started by replacing the faucets with faucets that were going to work just a lot better for our style. The one that's here in the kitchen, in the galley, I don't know, I'm really excited about it to give it a shot. It's just kind of a cheap one off of Amazon, so I'm not really 100% sold on it. I'm not, my heart's not set on it. I do like the idea of it, but I really wish that it was like, I don't know, maybe like 1.5 inches longer, something like that. I think it would reach those 2 front corners of the sink a lot better if it was just a little bit longer, but we shall see. I might be totally in love with it. All new hot and cold plumbing for the entire boat. Obviously a new water heater, because we won't have a gas or diesel motor. We'll have the electric motor. We can't run a water heater through that to heat things up, so we had to go kind of with this under-the-counter model. Our previous boat, Kalamazoo, we actually had it out in one of the cockpit lockers, kind of in the back of the boat, but it took a very, very long time for the water to really get hot. In the galley it wasn't too bad, but way back in the front of the boat, in the head, there was no way to get hot water without running the water for, I would say, like 4 or 5 minutes. It took forever, and at that point we're wasting a ton of water. We don't have water to waste. We gotta keep that stuff. It's a precious commodity on a boat, especially if you're not on the dock. The last thing that we will have to do for the plumbing before it's completed all of the way is the last part of the floor that we have not cut apart. We have to cut that apart. There's a great big stainless water tank down there, and we have to pull it out, make sure it's not leaking, make sure it's safe to put water into, that we feel comfortable drinking out of it, things like that. And then set it back down in there, see if it's either fiberglassed in or bolted in, kind of what the situation is there, see how much it holds. We're not 100% certain on that as well. So we'll have to do some investigating on that and kind of see if that's something we feel comfortable with, and then go from there. So then, hopefully, fingers crossed, after that we'll be mostly done with the plumbing.
problems.
Yeah, one sec. Hey. There you go.
I hate water heaters.
Yeah, I know you do. I like them.
Oh, I know.
I like them a lot.
Tonight I'm working on finished plumbing and the water heater. I've temped everything in with the packs. I just didn't have pipe thread sealant. And yes, you can use PTFE tape. I've grown to despise it. I always thought it was kind of convenient and nice, and I had a guy at the place where I worked, and Doug, and he hated it, loathed it. I never understood why, until I had to do a plumbing system, and I couldn't get anything to seal it. You wrap it, unwrap it, test it, and so frustrating. Finally went out and bought just this like liquid pipe sealant, or some people call it pipe dope, and put that on and it sealed it. Never going back. So, that is my current goal, and once I get these on, I will go install it underneath the galley sink, and then this water heater is plumbed, ready to go. So we're gonna cut a hole in the water tank. Well, we're gonna cut a hole in the floor, then cut a hole in the water tank. So this is a piece of flooring from in front of our mast, which should be the same depth or thickness as down here. And so I'm gonna set the saw blade to just cut through it so we don't cut into the water tank.
So Heather, if you can point the vacuum right here, that's where most of the discharge is.
Okay.
That should help keep most of it.
Okay. I'm gonna quick throw my fiberglass. I'm gonna throw my fiberglass gloves on real quick. One second.
Now you can be further away.
I got a big stick. All right.
I gotta cut the corners now.
Okay.
So,
And what?
it's not gonna be that loud. Well, it's gonna be loud as time as that done.
Oh. This is my favorite multi-tool.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm gonna keep vacuuming then.
Okay.
So what we were expecting to have is cut this hole in the floor and pull it open and find a smooth stainless tank. We could then cut a hole in it, take a look on the inside, make sure it's mold free, and then install an inspection port. And instead we got this.
What in the hell?
So it's kind of lumpy, it's kind of bumpy, and definitely not something we can work with, unfortunately.
What is that?
I don't know. Huh. Okay, well.
Oh, oh Lord.
Fun. Fun.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's my little